Welcome to the Swing Clinic. I'm your host, PGA golf professional Jimmy Hanlin.
And I'm Jimmy's co-host, Christina Lacure. Today we're at the fantastic Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa here in beautiful Austin, Texas.
Christina, what a beautiful place to get better at golf. Golf courses everywhere. They have the Barton Creek Golf Academy. Can't lose. And we've got some great tips coming for you today on the show. If you hit thin shots, I've got a great way to get your body in a position where you hit on top of that golf ball a little bit more. No more thin shots. Also bunker shots. How far do I hit behind it? How much sand do I take? I'm going to fix all of that too.
And we are also honored to have two guests on the show today. First, we're going to be joined by Director of Instruction here at the Barton Creek Golf Academy. Brent Spradley is going to join us. Last but not least, we're joined by Gabriel Yetstet, who has a swing training device that I think everyone's going to know about pretty soon.
Yeah. Gabriel's won on the tour a few times, so he knows a little bit about the golf swing, and this thing's pretty awesome. You're going to see this a lot.
It's pretty neat, but before we get into that, Jim, I've been hitting it a lot on the toe. Can we fix that?
Yeah, you know what, Christina? It's typical for good players, to hit shots on the toe when they're struggling. Reason is because, you know, you come from the inside a lot, and when you come from the inside, then you typically, if you don't get onto that front side, you're going to hit it on the toe. So I'm going to give you a couple things to help you out right here, Christina, because that's what I do. All right, go ahead and set up to it. And again, a lot of times when good players, they're trying to swing the club from the inside and hit it right to left. So if they hang back on that back side a little bit and they don't get their weight over, what happens? They close it up and they hit the shot on the toe. So there's a couple things that I like, some drills that I like to work with to get you more hitting it in the center of the club face and get you to the golf ball. Number one, very, very simple, Christina. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this tee right here and set it up. So I want you to set the golf ball right by the tee. So let's put it right between both of them. I'm sorry, let's put it right here.
Okay.
There, perfect. Now what I want you to do is when you hit this golf shot, I want you to hit the tee and the golf ball. And see if you do that, if you're able to take the tee out,
There's no way I'll hit it then.
that means you're gonna stay a little bit closer. So, and that'll get you the feeling of getting a little bit closer to the golf. So if you're a toe hitter, put both of these things down and hit it. And if you can hit that tee, you're gonna move it a lot closer. So that's the first thing you're gonna do. Go ahead and hit one, give it a shot.
Hit one, both the tee and the ball.
There you go, see? Took the tee out. Just gonna make you hit it a little bit closer to the center of that club face now, not flipping that toe over. Hold the club face square a little bit longer, that helps too.
Perfect.
That's the first thing. We're gonna do one more thing though, okay? So what I want you to do is, another key to not hitting the golf ball on the toe is to actually make sure, go ahead and set up to it, that you're taking the divot on this side of the golf ball. Because when you hit it on, again, hitting it on the toe is hanging back and flipping, so your body's back and you're flipping. Good players do that because they're swinging from the inside and they want to draw the golf ball. So it's real important. So just a real simple drill. Draw a line of paint, put some golf clubs down, but hit balls and look at your divot afterwards and make sure that your divot is after these golf clubs right here. You'll be in good shape.
All right, let's see if I can do it. The divot after the ball. All right.
That is the test right there.
There
Ball,
it is.
divot afterwards right there. And those are two things that have great feedback. Feedback is so important, you know, when you're trying to practice to understand. Because, you know, I'm not here all the time, so you need a little feedback, all right?
And I got it.
All right.
It's after the
golf
irons.
ball.
I'm good.
So you take the tee out, the divot comes afterwards, no more toe shots.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so when we come back, thin shots. If you struggle not staying down through them, a lot of times how your body's positioned at impact, and I'm gonna fix that for them, all right?
Stay tuned.
Okay, time for more Swing Clinic, and we stand here at the Barton Creek Golf Academy at the Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa. And Christina, we're gonna do a little more range work. What do you think?
I think it sounds like a plan. I'm thinking about, we talked about thin shots.
Yeah, thin
How
shots.
not to hit a thin shot.
Well, and the reason that you hit shots thin is because your upper and your lower body, they're not synced together and they're not working properly. Your core's not helping you, you know, kind of maintain your spine angle. And that's really what happens. So that's when you come up a little bit and you hit the middle of the golf ball instead of down through the golf shot. And it's really not that difficult, but it does take a little bit of work and practice. So go ahead and set up to it.
Okay.
So Christina has a 9-iron right now, okay? I'm gonna steal that from her.
9-iron.
And I'm gonna take this 9-iron and we're gonna use her driver. And I know we're not talking about hitting drivers thin, but I'm gonna use it as a teaching aid right now.
I'm sure it happens.
Arms behind your back, arms behind your back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this driver, we're gonna put it behind her back, and I want most of the shaft sticking out this side right here, and we're gonna keep the head of the driver right here, okay? So
Okay.
go ahead and set up, get in your regular golf position right there. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. So when you guys come up out of golf shots and hit them thin, what normally happens is your lower body either works a little too fast, your upper's too far behind, you come up, and you see what happens? She's standing up in the golf shot, and the tip of this driver is actually pointing this way. The other thing that happens is her lower body won't move, and her upper body will go through, and she'll get to a point where she can't get through the shot anymore, so she'll stand up on the golf shot. So even go into your, yeah, there you go into your finish position, you stand up on a golf shot. But it all happens because it's not working together. So what I want Christina to feel is I want her to take it back, take a backswing, go to the top. There you go. Now you start down through and make this end of the driver point almost at the golf ball or right over top the golf ball. Now look, her lower and upper body are all working through together, and she's to her front side and her weight's right here. Do it again. Take it back.
Lift that up.
Yeah, take it back.
Okay.
And point that shaft up there just at the golf ball or just over top of it barely. Now she's staying down through the golf shot there. So now she's not gonna hit behind it. So if I put a club in her hand right there, that's the position that she's getting in right now. So it's not up and out, we're not losing our spine angle back there, and we're staying down through the golf shot.
Okay.
So grab a 9-iron right now and feel the same thing. Just do it without the club or without the driver at first. Take it to the top. Try to feel that same motion where you're staying lower, upper, working all together and staying in that position. So if I had this driver right here, it would be pointing down at the golf ball. So very easily, good feedback for you to feel what your body should feel like at impact.
Yeah, and you can do that anywhere. You don't even have to be here at the range. You can do that at home. You can just do it while you're warming up.
Yeah, you can use a drive. You can use any type of long stick that you have just to get that feeling of, you know, your body and your core rotating through the shot. Let's see if it works. I don't know. I got to test my theories here, all right?
No, well, it's all up to me. All right, so everything working together. Stay down and through it. No thin shot. Let's take a good pitch.
No thin there. That was about as crisp as it gets.
Up next, Brent Spradley will join us from the Barton Creek Golf Academy. Stay tuned to Swing Clinic.
And welcome back to the Swing Clinic, and we stand here on the tee with the Director of Instruction at Barton Creek Golf Academy, Brent Spradley. Brent, thanks for taking the time to join me.
Thanks for having me today. Glad to be here.
And if you don't think this guy can handle some pressure, not only is he the Director of Instruction here, but he also is the father of 4 12-year-old quadruplet females, so the guy can handle a little pressure. So he doesn't, fixing your golf swing and having the patience to do that is no problem, right?
Got to have a lot of patience around my house.
Absolutely. Which you do when you're teaching golf too.
Absolutely.
So this guy has it for sure. So talk to me a little bit about the Golf Academy here and what you guys have going on here at Barton Creek.
Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, at our academy here, we do everything. We do junior programs, we do private lessons, long-term development lessons, we do the one-off lessons for resort guests. We do quite a few multiple-day golf schools, 2- and 3-day golf schools, as well as we do corporate clinics. So we kind of do a wide range of golf instruction.
Yeah, so if people are obviously living in the Austin area, easy to take advantage of it here. But also, if you're coming here to play and stay at Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, great place to come down and fit in a golf lesson or maybe even a little mini golf school, huh?
We'd love to work on your game.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so Breck's going to talk to us a little bit today about how to set up properly to hit the golf ball a little farther, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, what we're going to discuss today is the importance of trying to blend power and accuracy together, and everybody wants more consistency, and that first starts with getting set up to the ball correctly, and we're going to work on the driver today.
Let's do it.
So here at our school, what's really important is that we try to relay to our students the consistency of setting up every time the same way, and that helps us with hitting the ball more consistently. So I'm going to take you through a 3-step process we do here.
Okay.
And in all of our juniors always remember this, because in our camps, if they don't do it properly, they have to go to the end of the driving range and yell it out to everybody.
Perfect.
All right, so the first step we call the tilted stork. Now, I have 2 sticks here. One is representing my target line, and the other one is a right angle line to my target line in line with the ball. And what's really important to know is that there's only one right angle line to where we're trying to hit it. And if I'm trying to hit a pretty straight golf shot right now, I need to be really conscious of where this right angle line is. Because as I do my first step, after I get my grip, we call it the tilted stork. It's like the bird with the big long nose. And I do not want to cross that right angle line until after I have my grip and I set down my golf club. And I'm also getting some distance from the ball, so I'm starting my posture already. Now, after I do that, in Texas, we call this the Texas 2-step. And with the driver, I'm going to go little and then bigger, because what I want with my ball position with the driver is right off the instep of my left foot, or what we call right off the shoulder to armpit.
Now, how important is ball position in this whole plan that you're putting together right now?
Ball position is critical because what we want to do is we want to optimize the driver distance. And to do that, we know that as we hit slightly up on the ball with the driver versus down on the ball, we can get a better launch angle and not quite as high a spin. And it's a great way to get the carry, and when it lands, the descent angle, it gets running hot, which in Texas, if we can get it on these hard fairways running, it helps.
That works, huh? I've been telling you guys, less spin, hit it higher, it's gonna go farther, right?
That's right.
These guys say the same thing in Texas, so.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, keep going.
Okay, so we got the tilted stork. We've got our Texas two-step, left, right. And now the third and final step is what we call the special K. And what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to slightly bump my left hip forward, which takes my spine and tilts it slightly to the right. And as I'm set up now, left shoulder's a little higher. It kind of sets my right hip under a little bit.
I mean, if you can't tell, he's not going to hit down on it from this position right here, huh, Breck? I mean, that's just as good as it gets right there.
That's what we're looking for right there. So that's the process, and if we can get really consistent doing that, it helps. You want me to fire weight one?
I want to see it ripped, yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Here we go. Grip, tilted stork, Texas two-step, special K, turn behind it and let it go.
Attaboy. Up in the air. That's going to hit a Texas dry fairway and go about 340 right there, my friend. It's like tin cup, just rolls and rolls and rolls. So, all right, I really like the way you make everything fun, though, Breck. It's, I think you talked about kids and how they'll remember the little words that you use. But I think adults, too, if you give them things in their mind that they're going to be able to go through their setup and things they'll remember, it's going to help them down the road for sure.
Absolutely. I think that everybody needs a couple of those thoughts, kind of a mantra to set up every time, and it really helps.
The tilted stork. I think I'm going to remember that next time I'm over the ball.
Coming up next at the Swing Clinic, I'm going to show Christina how she can use dollars to improve her bunker game instead of shopping.
Welcome back to Swing Clinic. Jimmy, you're going to give me a tip here in the bunker. I know a lot of amateur players are afraid of the bunker, and a lot of pros, they want to be in the bunker rather than be in a gnarly lie.
In a rough, absolutely,
Yeah.
for sure. First of all, you shouldn't hit it in the bunker, but since you did, I'll show you how to get it out, okay?
It happens.
Yeah, and one big question that I do get, or two questions I get in a bunker is, number one is, how far do I hit behind a bunker
Yep.
shot? And how hard do I hit a bunker shot, or how much sand do I take when I do that? So that's
All
what
good
we're going to
questions.
address, right? Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
it is. That's a hard thing to learn, and so that's what we're going to address right now.
Okay, let's
so
do
let's
it.
set up to a bunker shot right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the golf ball down here, but I'm going to put
Oh,
something a little
perfect
more
lie.
special for her here. I did give her a good lie. We're going to make it a
Perfect
little
lie.
different. So I'm going to take some money right now.
Perfect.
I don't know
Thank
if
you.
you're worth that much, but
I'm
we're going
worth
to use
more
it there.
than that.
Okay. So we're going to put it underneath the golf ball right
And a $20 bill. This is
$20
good.
bill. That's because I trust you with the $20 bill
Apparently.
right now. Okay?
At home, use a $1 bill.
Yeah, at home, use a $1 bill, right. So the reason I do this right now, we even throw a little sand over it so you feel like the sand is over there by the golf ball. But the reason I do that is that's about the perfect length right now that I want to see Christina take out behind the golf ball. So we're going to hit maybe about an inch behind the golf ball, and a $20 bill is perfect. Now, don't forget, if she hits too close to the ball, it just cost me $20. There's a little bit of pressure right here.
Use
to
a
do this.
$1 bill.
But the other thing for this also is, go ahead and set up to it, Christine.
Okay.
The other thing for this also is, I don't need her to go down and dig deep and just, take out 30 inches of sand underneath this $20 bill. We just barely want to go underneath this $20 bill. So we're just kind of taking a little bit of sand out right
Okay.
now. So barely under. It's almost just like you just want to scoop right underneath that $20 bill. And
Underneath
go ahead
the
and swing it
$20
in.
bill,
Yeah.
pop it out, stay low to it.
That is $20.
I know.
I have another tip to finish this up, but let's see you do this right now.
All right, 20 bucks.
Take out the dollar bill. Don't even think about the golf ball right now. All we're thinking about is
Just
the 20.
the $20 bill.
Yep.
All right, and that flag right there sounds like a plan. All right, let's do it.
Good. Look at that. The dollar bill went out onto the green.
It went with
The
it.
ball went out onto the green. That was pretty good. Now, the second thing we're going to work on really
And look
quickly
at the
is
distance. It's actually like a $20
about the
bill.
$20 bill, right? Believe me. Women
Who
and money,
knew?
if you want to teach a shopping female how to play better out of a bunker, put a $20
Throw down
bill
a
down
20.
right
Throw
there.
down hundreds.
Yeah, right. All right, let me show you one more quick thing, though. One more quick thing is that, Okay, the difference between wet sand and soft sand, it's very important
This is a little
to
damp.
understand how to lay. This is a little damp, correct. So how you lay the wedge down. So go ahead and set up.
Okay.
If this was firm and hard, I'd want Christina to go ahead and put the wedge a little more squared so this would dig into the ground. But since this is a little softer, even though it's wet, it's a little bit softer, we're gonna use the bounce of the wedge and open it up a little bit right there. So, you know, the distance between the ball and how we dig or not dig is very important, and that's what we're working on right now. So we're a little in the middle right here. So you can open this sand, open it up a little bit.
Okay.
Just splash it out. Imagine that $20 bill.
All right, $20 again. I don't know if I can do it as
You can
good
do
without
it
the money.
without the money, I know.
All right, here we go.
Very good, very good. So you used the bounce a little bit. You didn't dig way down into the sand. You know, you just kind of passed underneath it, and that's the key.
Just
right
splashed it. No, it was good. I love that.
I think you're going to start hitting it in a bunker on purpose. You make money when you hit it in a bunker, right?
$20. Let's do hundreds next time.
No.
Next on a swing clinic, special guest Gabriel Yetstet, PGA Tour winner, brings an awesome swing aid to help your tempo.
Welcome back to the Swing Clinic. We are here on the golf course at Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa. And Christina, we have a special guest today. And not only is he going to show us something pretty cool, but the guy's won twice on tour, played a long-time tour player. That's pretty cool. But, you know, here's the problem. We've probably pronounced his name wrong at least 100 times.
7 times, 10 at least. All right, Gabriel, please explain to us and the viewers, how do you say your last name?
It's Yetstet, Y-E-T.
Yetstet.
Gabriel Yetstet. And I have another problem already. He already dresses better than I do. Okay?
By far.
I'm kind of known for my clothes, and then the guy walked out, I'm like, come on, man.
Matching gloves?
This is my show. This is my show, right?
But, may take over.
You know, so, you know, Gabriel actually is a teacher on the PGA Tour now, and it's pretty cool to be able to, you know, get your hands on a device that really isn't out there yet. So if you guys don't know, this is like a new device that's just coming out there. Maybe the first time you got to see it. That's pretty fun for us, man.
Yeah, I'm very excited, and it's proven too. I've got about 25 PGA Tour players using it right now. Used for several different things. You know, some people use it for rhythm, some people to increase club head speed, but I'm very excited about the product.
And the fun story for you is that these PGA Tour players, I mean, I was sitting over there in a cart with him, and a PGA Tour player called and said, hey, how can I get one? He's like, go to my website, man. If you want one, go to my website. But that's got to be fun, right?
You don't need the last name for his website, GabeGolf.com.
Yeah, Gabe Golf. He made it a little easier than that.
Good thing you didn't use the last name.
Exactly.
Yeah, so,
exactly.
But that's got to be fun for you, huh? I mean, to have these PGA Tour players calling you and saying, hey, I got to get one of these in my hand because I saw this guy using it last week and he's playing a lot better right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's such a simple device, and I think that's what all good players, you know, you want simple thoughts. And this really just simplifies the whole golf swing, and that's what I want all my students to just go out and have some fun when they play golf.
I'm gonna give you a little hint so you can hear. There's the part of the thing you're gonna learn right here, right now. So talk to us a little bit about this.
Okay, so, you know, I had a lot of clients that used to overswing a lot. So
One of them. You just showed me. I mean, literally, you just showed me
And I had
how to
one
use
client that he'd take it back like this, and we couldn't stop his backswing. So I'm in the shower one day, and I just had this thought. I could feel it, I could hear it. So I ran straight down to the patent office and got all that applied. So now I've got a full utility patent on it.
Great.
And it's just fun watching guys improve with a little bit of sound and a few exercises, really, swing exercises, to get their games off to a totally different level.
Well, why don't you go ahead and show us some of the drills that you do with this and explain, you know, the sound feedback and how it works.
So one of the things here is we have what I call a long response. So the long response is we go back and we get the player used to being behind the ball, because most amateurs especially have never looked at the golf ball from a full wound-up backswing. So if you go up to the top here, and I just have them stand like this, and this is a new look for them, because normally they're over here.
Right.
So once we get up here, we get up to the top, we hold it.
You can hear it.
And you listen for it.
Listen for it, let it drop. And now we're going to swing using our core muscles. So we're swinging from inside out. And I'll demonstrate the long response right here. So we go up to the top, hold it.
Oh, beauty.
And you waited. You know, you just wait to hear that sound. And once you hear that sound, then you can go ahead and go forward. And feels like the first time, it's like 30 seconds you're up there. But it does. It gets your body, you know, sequenced.
Loaded up.
Yeah, loaded up.
And that's the thing that most amateurs don't get. They never get loaded up onto their right side properly. And so that's the long response. Now I'm going to show the short response, which is more like a rhythm before you start playing. And A lot of the tour guys use this, the big power hitters on tour use this just to calm down their swing a little bit from the top.
Okay.
So we get up here and we're just gonna barely let them hit.
Just a little bit of a click,
Just a little bit of a click
Yep.
down.
And there it is.
There it is, just that little bit. So it's not as long, you're not holding
No.
up there as top.
And,
but
and what's amazing is you can actually play a round of golf and the only swing thought you have is that little BB dropping from the
And
top.
that is the most important thing, because if we only have one swing thought, we're probably going to play pretty well, because most of us, I think, have a dozen or two minimum.
Exactly. Once it starts getting off to 3 and 4, you might as well just walk in.
you know, and a teaching aid that you can actually hit golf balls with is just, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's a huge advantage that you can take this out on the range or even out on the golf course
Yeah.
when you're hitting balls around and do it. So one last thing though, we got a wedge that he's bringing into the mix,
Yes.
because how many of you guys yipped that little 30-yard wedge, right? Here you go.
So one of the problems is with guys that have yips from 30, 40, 50, 60 yards is that they get so quick from the top, and this will take all that away. And I've done it for a few of my friends that have issues, and it's amazing.
No names, please.
So as we go up here now, nice and relaxed, just let them fall down. And that will bring you that swing tempo that you see the pros have on tour, where regular amateurs start freaking out at the top of the backswing. We're gonna slow you down enough where you can just sort of feel that motion properly coming down.
And if you're gonna tell me that you don't get quick from the top, you're lying to us right now. He's got 25, 30 tour pros that wanna use this thing. They get too quick from the top, so I guarantee you do too. So, what do you
Well,
think?
Gabe, thank you so much for joining us. I know I will be putting one of these in my bag, that's for darn sure.
Absolutely.
All right, Jimmy, it was a great show. I appreciate Omni Barton Creek having us today, and I am at Golf Christina on all social media.
I'm at Jimmy Hanlin. I'm going to my phone to go to gabegolf.com right now because I'm going to get one of these things.
Sounds good. I think he's just probably going to give me one. We'll see you next time on Swing Clinic.